What's up, people? Welcome to another Fusion World video. Now in this video, we're actually going to take a look at some of the events that are coming up. Now there's two in particular. They're going to be two new event matches. If you guys were playing during set 5, you will remember that we had the first anniversary event match where you would play 7 matches and obviously you'll be scored depending on how well you did, and then you go through to another round and there was prizes at the end of it. Similar sort of thing, but we're getting 2 different event matches. The first one is, let's call it a set 1 event match. Now in this one, simply put, you're allowed to play any leader from set 1, right? I say set 1 because obviously there was starter decks, but it's all part of the same set, rather than saying FBO 1. So it says here, it includes FBO 1 and then FSO 1 to 4. So if you want to know what leaders those are, for red, you have Starter Q, you have U7 Q, and you have Beerus. For blue, you have Starter Vegeta, you have Trunks, and you have Goku Black. For yellow, you have Frieza, you have Captain Ginyu, and you have Cooler. And then for green, you have Broly, you have Gohan, and you have Android 17. Obviously, back in set 1, black wasn't a color, right? If you guys didn't play back then, you may not know this, but there was no black color. There's only the main 4, red, blue, yellow, and green. So yeah, so those are 12 leaders you're allowed to pick from. Now, this event is only limited to leaders and not battle cards or extra cards. Only the leaders are limited. So you can play, for example, you could play Frieza with cards from FBO 5 or FBO 4 or 6 or whichever. Obviously, there's prizes to be won as you play. You'll get tickets that you can use to get alternate arts of cards, same as the first anniversary event. Now, what I don't know is, starts on the 15th. I'm not sure if there's like a second round. There's battle rewards and then final results. 7 wins gets you 5 packs of FBO 6. Okay, no. First anniversary, there was like 2 separate rounds. If you qualified for the first one, you go for another one, which of the same rules. This one is just, you just play the 7. There's no second rounds, there's no leaderboard. You just play it and see how well you do. And then you get packs depending on how many wins you're able to get. Okay, so what I want to do is give you guys some predictions for leaders that I think will do well in this particular event. We're going to start off, we're going to give 2 honorable mentions. One is U7 Goku. I think his aggro playstyle will be really good in this event, especially against what I think will be the number 1 deck in this form in this event. The reason why I'm not putting it there is because I think there's a better aggro deck than U7, but I'm giving it an honorable mention. The second one is Goku Black, because if you high roll with Goku Black, you can almost beat out any deck. Obviously, you have to hit the high roll. That's the bad part about it. But if you do, you could effectively beat any of the decks that I mentioned in the top 3. So the deck I have at number 1, I'm going to go from 1 to 3 rather than 3 to 1. But the deck I have at number 1 is actually Android 17. Back in set 1, over a year ago, for those who haven't played back then, Android 17 was by far the worst green deck of the bunch and was by default, one of the worst decks of that set. Obviously now, because we're not limited to battle cards with the existence of the 4-cost 17 and 18 and now the 9-cost Broly, Android 17 is one of the top decks now, like in set 6. And it's probably the best leader of all the set 1 leaders currently, given all the new cards. And just ramping as quickly as possible, because once I hit 9 energy and I can play Broly after Broly after Broly whilst healing, you're more or less going to win the game. So yeah, Android 17 I believe will be the number 1 deck for the event. Now number 2 I'm giving to Captain Ginyu, and the reason is because I believe it will be the best counter to Android 17. So if I'm right and Android 17 is the best deck for this event, I believe Captain Ginyu will be the best counter. You're able to build a wide board. You have crits that will be really annoying for Android 17 to have to deal with. And then you have this 3-cost blue Vegeta, which can protect your other cards from being KO'd. So even if Android 17 does get to 9 energy, being able to wipe the board will be pretty difficult. So yeah, I'm giving number 2 to Ginyu. Like I said before, U7 could also be a good counter to Android 17, but I think Ginyu will be a bit better. So I'm putting Ginyu at number 2. And at number 3, I'm going to give it to Starter Vegeta. Back in set 1, Vegeta actually wasn't that bad back then. And obviously blue still has really good cards. So whether you want to play like a good stuff blue deck, or you could probably try a Satan City blue deck as well with Vegeta as your lead, that actually might do well. And to be fair, because of the color matchup, blue is naturally good into yellow. So if Android 17 is the most popular and people are playing yellow because of it, then playing something like Vegeta will be able to counter the yellow decks. So it's kind of that trifecta there. Android 17 will beat Starter Vegeta decks, Starter Vegeta decks will beat the Ginyu decks, and Ginyu decks will beat the 17 decks. But yeah, I think those 3 leaders will probably be the best 3 for this event. So yeah, look forward to that on the 15th, like a week and a half away. The second event, and I'm surprised they're even doing this, is a green leader battle. Similar to the set 1 event, this one you can only play with green leaders. You're not battle card restricted again. only the leader is limited, and there's only green leaders. As far as the rules are concerned, it's more or less the same. Yep, you get packs depending on how many wins you get. Yeah, everything here is the same. There's no second round. This is on the 5th of June, so you've got a bit of time. Now, the leaders that we have for green, if you're not aware, we have Android 17, Gohan, Z Broly, Super Broly, Cell, Piccolo, Saiyan Saga Vegeta, and Namek Goku. So 8 green leaders. Now, as far as which leader will be the best for this event, I think most people know already that Broly, Super Broly, is hands down the best green leader in the game right now. I've seen people comment, and also from other creators' videos as well. A lot of people have put Android 17 over Broly. I'm going to stand on the fact that Broly is better than Android 17. At least, when playing against each other, Broly has an overwhelming advantage over Android 17. Just how fast it can get to his 8-cost Brolys. Android 17 simply cannot. You can't stall Broly. Broly can't be stalled out, not by green. And so, yeah. And then extra cards as well. You need to get to 9 energy first. So yeah, Broly, number 1, 100%. I don't see a reason to play anything but Broly. I don't know if there's a green deck that can counter Broly. I've played against Android 17s. I've played against Gohan so far. Those are the only greens that I've played, and I've won those pretty easily. Maybe Namek Goku can stand against Broly. So each person's going to be constantly keeping their life at 3 or their opponent's life at 3 because they don't want them to get down to 2 and start doing everything else. I would still give the extra Broly only because the units that Broly can bring out are going to be far bigger than the ones that Namek Goku can. And obviously the 8-cost Broly, the 50k one, it keeps itself safe from KO once each turn, so it will be difficult to get rid of on top of that. So yeah, as far as this one is concerned, I think Broly is hands down the best option. And it's certainly what I'm going to be playing when this event does drop, unless some tech comes out of a green deck that can counter Broly. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A little bit different, but I just wanted to give my input early and my early predictions for these events. Maybe I'll do an update closer to when these events actually go live, if there's any changes to leaders that are probably better than the ones I've mentioned. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. What leaders do you think will be best for these events? But regardless, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Peace.